If you've heard or not, but over 10 colleges, black colleges, had bomb scares, all caused by Trump Republicans and Trump worshippers. Because that's all Trump and Republicans are do. Well, it's all Trump ever did, really, was push bigotry, hate, ignorance, and stupidity. And you see them all coming out, these neo Nazis, all over the country. And you see what they're doing. You know, sorry, I look funny. I put on my new prescription glasses. They're not properly, whatever you call it. I think they messed up when they made them. So, but I'm trying to wear them. Well, yeah, it's a fact. So far, I think it's 14 historically black colleges were threatened with bombs, bomb scares yesterday, today, last week, but especially today because today was the 1st of February, the beginning of Black History Month, and these far right wingers don't like it. Just like they are protesting about President Biden nominating a black judge for the Supreme Court. That upsets them for some reason, even though she is fully qualified to be a judge, more qualified than what has her name, Barrett, that Trump put in there, that white woman, conservative, ideologically driven moron who has no business being on the Supreme Court, and Brett Kavanaugh, another one who has no business being on the Supreme Court. They are not qualified to be on the Supreme Court, but Trump and Republicans put them in anyway. Why? So they can attack our First Amendment rights, they can attack our liberties and freedoms because it's a conservative, mostly conservative, ideologically run Supreme Court, which by the Constitution is illegal. But that doesn't matter to Republicans. It doesn't. Look what they're doing. Literally, look what they're doing. I keep saying all you got to do is open your eyes, open your ears, use your God given brain and your God given heart and see what they're doing. You know, these things are still driving me crazy. The 4th, I get to go, hopefully, have them fixed better so they'll fit better. But I'm trying. I'm not going to give up. Hey, I should have tried my other mic. Oh, I did say I wanted to use my phone, but I forgot. I wanted to show you the equipment. All the equipment I got off of that Wish network. And everything that I have cost me, well, it was less than $100, but it did take me close to 6 months to get everything because I had to save to get them. 2 microphones. This one came with this boom stand, the 2 sound cards, my speaker, my camcorder. That at Walmart, I priced one at Walmart. Same thing, same brand name and everything. $150 I got off of Wish for what was it, $35. Plus, I got 2 sets of microphones with it and 2 sets of lenses, and it works. It really does. It's a pretty darn good camera. Then I got the circle light thingy. Up Walmart, they wanted, what was it, $29 off of Wish. I paid $12 for it. It's a circle about that big around. It lights up. This one has all different kinds of settings for it. You can make it do all kinds of neat things. And again, I apologize if I misspeak or missay words. I'm still learning how to use these darn things that are in my face. But oh well. So I hope everybody out there is doing well and staying safe and getting vaccinated like you should. If you really care about your family and you're not driven by ideology, the ideology is a fake religion in my book. You know, you see these people, well, you even hear them on fake Fox News, telling people not to get vaccinated or not to trust the vaccinated. But everyone at Fox News is vaccinated. That's a fact. And yet they're telling their worshippers not to get vaccinated. Why? Why? I said it before, everything the Republican Party is trying to blame Democrats for doing, they themselves have been caught doing, and they're still doing it. Spreading the great lie about the election when the only fraud that has been found by Republican conservative fake audits. That's what I call them because those audits are bullshit. But the only thing they found was more votes for Biden over Trump and fraud caused by Trump worshippers. Again, simple truth, simple fact. I don't know if this is going to go live or is going to go to uh, all my accounts on my YouTube, my face, both my Facebook page and my Facebook personal page, and then to Twitter. I'd still wish I could get it hooked up to my Instagram and my TikTok, but I don't have enough followers on TikTok. I guess I think anyway to go live or do anything there, which I'd like to do. I really would. Oh, well, and I say it most of the time. If you're thinking about starting vaping, don't. I'm gonna quit here again. And as I said yesterday when I made a broadcast, I got into a little bit of family, so I started vaping again instead of doing things stupid. And it helps me curb my appetite since I can't eat anything really solid yet. And if you hear that in the background, that's Joe Dirt. It's on TV. So uh, again, I still don't understand how these people can keep worshiping this orange false god called Trump. All he does, even now, he's still spreading hate, lies, misery, disinformation, misinformation about everything. He doesn't give a damn about this country. He doesn't. All he cares about what he can get for himself. That's it. And look at McCarthy. It just come out where Trump paid McCarthy $1 million, so-called donated $1 million to McCarthy. But is that why McCarthy is helping him spread the great lie, disinformation about everything? More likely, yeah. And there will be more. It'll, like I said, the light always finds a way through darkness. It may take it a while, but it always comes out. And we're going to find out that even more Republican conservatives were paid to continue to lie, shit on the Constitution, and shit on the rule of law. Which is what they were what they are doing, really. And yet you still got these idiots out there worshiping him and trying to blame Biden for the economy right now, which is Trump and Republican conservatives' fault because they did nothing other than pass massive tax cuts and corporate welfare for the rich and corporations, which that's what Republicans do every time they get in power anyway. And every time they do it, the debt goes up, cost of living goes up, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't expect this to happen." But they know it's going to happen. They do it every time they get in office. Look it up. Every time. Like I said yesterday, well, I think I said, I might not have said it on my live broadcast, but I did say it on my podcast. You can find my podcast on Spotify, um, Google Podcast. It goes through Anchor Podcast. So if you go to Anchor or if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see where I post it. And all you got to do is click on it. It takes you right to my podcast. But you can find me on Spotify. I'm there. So I'm just saying. Oh, what was I saying? I forgot. See, I should have wrote it down. I'm not having a good day today. I hate taking those meds and stuff. I don't like the way they make me feel, and I do not like what they, bleh. But I gotta take them until this is all healed up and I'm able to eat properly. Hopefully, I don't know if this is picking up. It sounds like it is, but I'm not sure. So not register rate. See, I'm getting used to them though. I'm getting better and better. So how all of yous out there doing? I hope yous are thinking. I hope yous are really, really, really think about what's going on. As I keep saying, open your mind, open your ears, and see what Republicans are doing. I don't know why it froze up like that. I think Atlantic Broadband, aka Breeze Line, is what they changed their name to now. Their connection is screwing up, which is another typical thing. You know, again, Republicans get in power, they deregulate everything, and as soon as they do, cost of living starts to rise. As I did say yesterday, go back and check the numbers. When Trump got elected and they deregulated everything, cost of living instantly started to rise. And then they gave massive tax cuts and corporate welfare, which they said would cause prices to come down, which it didn't. Prices went up. And they have continued to go up ever since. Again, that's a fact. Look it up. Check it out yourself. It ain't hard. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Yes, I know I look a little funny. I need a haircut, but I'm not walking up in this weather to get a haircut. It'll be okay. Uh, oh, well, I do wish I had somebody to talk with live, but everybody's afraid to come here and sit with me and talk because I ask simple questions, like Stevie Wonder yesterday when he was writing, he said Trump was a blessing. And I asked him how. He could not answer. He could not give me one straight, honest answer how Trump was a blessing to the country or to the world. Not one. And none of them can, other than, like I said, some of them will say, well, look what he did for the economy. Well, if you know basic economics, Trump did nothing for the economy. Nothing. He was riding off the coattails of what President Obama and Biden did for 8 years. He was handed a surplus. And what did he do with it? Tanked it. By the time he left office, he tanked it. And again, now Republicans are trying to blame Joe Biden and Democrats for this economy, which they caused. Republican policies caused the problems we are in right now. All of them, literally all of them. Again, simple fact. And if you hear that little clicking sound in the background, that's because of my furnace vibrating my table. I gotta get a pad or something to lay down to sit my laptop and stuff on. But yeah, hey, I don't know why I'm sounding so weird. Uh, oh well, I'm trying. Like I said, I'm trying. I'm not gonna give up. Hopefully, Spotify or somebody out there will see me broadcasting and hopefully hire me. It's something. At least I'm trying. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna give up. You know. Excuse me. And I do apologize that I don't have all that fancy equipment that Joe Rogan and other broadcasters have. I haven't been bought. I'm just starting out. You know, I live day to day, month to month, and when I'm able to get some equipment, I get it. And like I said, the only place I can get it that's pretty darn cheap, and it comes pretty quick in the mail by FedEx or UPS, is the Wish Network. That's where I got all my mics, my camera, my sound cards, my light, the pan light I used when I was trying to when I was hanging drywall in here trying to fix my house. But uh, again, next I should have start. I gotta get another tablet so I can start writing stuff down as I'm watching what's going on. Really, the world, the trouble we are having with Russia was caused by Trump and Republicans' refusal to do anything against Russia for over 4 years. Again, simple fact, simple truth. Hey, the problems we're having with North Korea and their nuclear missile tests and all that, again, caused by lack of anything from Trump and Republican conservatives in Congress. Simple truth, simple fact. The problems that are going on with Iran, caused by Trump, the Republican conservatives' denial and pulling out of the deal that was set forth. Again, simple truth, simple fact. And never did anything after that. Some other problems were caused by Trump pulling out of the Paris Accord and Republicans sticking their tongues up his fat orange. Simple truth, simple fact. I got to figure out a way to get better lighting. I know that. I'd like to get a better background. This looked a lot better until the cat kept knocking it over and it busted this end up there. I tried to fix it, but I'm not too good at that anymore. But like I said, at least I'm trying. I hope people see these broadcasts and I can at least open their mind up a little bit to start thinking and seeing what's going on. And I have added this a few times as well. If you really get into that conspiracy theory crap, take a hard look at the Georgia Guidestones, and then see what went on just before Trump got elected. Oh, excuse me, and for the 4 years he was in office. Take a whole real hard look at it. That'll surprise you too in what's going on right now in the Republican Party. It seems to me they are trying to follow what the Georgia Guidestones are telling them to do. Go ahead, look it up. It'll fascinate you. It's a really fascinating subject to look into. And I've been thinking about this for a while now. You remember before the election, you had the so-called anonymous group out there coming out talking crap about Democrats and yada 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 yada. Well, they lied. If you see what's going on, and you can think, you see that they lied about almost everything. And then if you can remember, they did say if they found out Trump was doing illegal stuff, they were going to go after him. They didn't. Why? Why? Think about that for a minute. And I'm asking Anonymous. I've even written a couple times on their Twitter account, I think it was. I asked them, why aren't you going after Trump? Like you said you would if you found out he was doing illegal and corrupted things. And Trump was in office for 4 years, and every day he did something corrupt. Think about that one. And here's something else to also remember. You can remember during the debates, Trump said that, well, he still brings it up. Well, it's been a while since he brought it up. That the DNC was hacked by Russia, and oh no, I can't remember the name of it. That other thing that was supposedly giving out information, but it was found that they were also working for Russia. Um, the RNC was hacked as well. You know, both of them, the DNC and the RNC, were both hacked at the same time. Yet they only put forth stuff from the Democratic Party. Why has nothing ever come out about the RNC? Again, think about it now. Just think about that. And soon as that happened, this is what the RNC has turned into, the GOP. The Republican Party, the grand old party, was hacked. Lots of information was stolen about those senators and congressmen, just like they were for the Democrats, and yet nothing was revealed. All that information is being held by Russia and others, more than likely, and that's why Republicans are still sucking Putin ass. Forgive me for saying it that way. But they did for 4 years under Trump. Literally, they did nothing, nothing. And some of those so-called airstrikes on airports and airfields that were done by Trump while Russians were there, Trump called him and told him, "Well, we're going to bomb this. You better get out of there." He told him. And you see Hannity on Twitter still and other Republicans going on Fox News. Why ain't President Biden's phone calls and stuff being released? Well, they still haven't released what Trump was hiding when he was speaking with Putin in private. Now, have they? Talk about hypocrites. Ah, Lord, Lord, Lord. I can't understand why Republicans hate the Constitution so much. I really can't. And they say they're defenders of the Constitution. Well, they've been crapping on it for, well over, I'd say 40 years. And they really, really laid into it and started crapping on the Constitution and Bill of Rights as soon as they got their fake, false orange prophet God called Trump in office. Again, that's just simple truth, simple fact. You see McCarthy, that one tweet where he said, it wasn't McCarthy. I think it was. I'll see. I'll have to look it up again. But one of them said that they never seen such attack on media than what Biden is doing. Biden hasn't attacked the media yet. Trump attacked the media daily, and he's still attacking the media today. The First Amendment he is attacking. And as I've said before, if you really want to get into it, it was Republican conservatives that started fake Fox News when Reagan was in office. Reagan discontinued the Fairness Doctrine Act, which put forth news stations had to always portray fact and truth, not alternative facts like fake Fox News puts out. And the false information that they are putting out is killing people. More people died in 4 years under Trump and Republican rule than in World War II. Think about that. Look it up. Look it up. All because of the denial of the coronavirus when it first started. What did they say? Oh, it's a Democratic hoax. Well, look at how many hundreds of thousands of people have died. Millions all over the world. And people are still dying and getting sick. Now children are getting sick, being hospitalized because of fake Fox News propaganda. Marjorie Taylor Greene's lies and propaganda from QAnon. Talking crap about vaccines and all that other nonsense that for some reason the people believe it now. I don't get it. I really don't. How come there wasn't this much uprising during the polio vaccinations, or the chickenpox vaccinations, or the measles vaccinations? This all started because of Trump and his anti-democratic, anti-American, anti-constitutional rhetoric, along with the help of his so-called handlers and helpers called the GOP. From McCarthy to the two-faced Lindsey Graham. And then you got Rudy Giuliani, who went totally mental. How much do you think these people are making off of the lies, disinformation, and misinformation about the pandemic, amongst other things? Think about it. Those are the top 1% people that are doing this. It has been well known that Trump is not as rich as he said he was, and he still isn't. And yet you got the Trumpers out there that'll still believe anything and everything this false God says. And these people call themselves evangelicals and Christians, but they're not. Because everything Trump stands for goes against the teachings of Christ Jesus. Again, that's a simple fact. You know, well, again, I wish I had a timer. Habs TV needs to put a timer up on here again so you can tell how long you've been broadcasting. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why they would take a timer off. That don't make no sense, but they did. I'm gonna sign off. And again, I do want to say sometimes when I am not broadcasting every day, is because I'm trying to look up stuff and verify everything that comes out of my mouth. And I said it yesterday on my live broadcast. If I say something that isn't truthful or I'm wrong and you can prove me wrong, I will apologize for it. And that's my God's honor. I that's my word of honor. I believe in that. That's one thing I do believe is the word of honor. You give your word, you do it. That's what confuses me about these people that are in the so-called oath keepers. What oath are they keeping? They sure ain't keeping it to the Constitution because they're crapping on it. You know, that's why I said if these military people that have been found out to be involved in the insurrection, in my opinion, have no reason to be given uh, benefits of any kind. They do not deserve it because they broke their oath, a sacred oath before God and country when they got involved with Trump and did the stuff that they did during the insurrection. Again, simple truth, simple fact. They deserve nothing. Nothing. That's my opinion. And I know a lot of people out there agree with me on that. You know, well, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to try my other microphone later. We'll see how it works. Well, again, I do wish you all well out there. And I do pray from my heart that Jens will all of you out there will open your minds, open your eyes, open your ears, and look around and see what Republicans are doing right now all over this country. All over this country, they are trying to destroy democracy and the Constitution and the rule of law. They are pushing Sharia laws and authoritarianism. Sorry about that. I said I do apologize for misspeaking sometimes and saying some words. I'm still, but at least I'm trying. But it's really all you have to do is just open your eyes, open your ears, and think, and you'll see that I'm speaking the truth. They are pushing Sharia laws and they are pushing authoritarianism instead of republic, democratic ruled country. They hate democracy. They hate, I don't know why. They got rich and famous and powerful and got in government because of democracy, not because of authoritarianism. And yet they despise it. As I said, you can just look, see what they're doing. Look how they're trying to take over state houses and state courts. For what? For what purpose? The Republican Party has never had any good policies for the country. Not that I can find out anyway. And I've been doing a lot of studying. Think about it. What policies have they put forth since the election? None. Other than the policy of the fake lie, or the great lie about the election. To this day, they're still pushing it. Even though more and more information is coming out to which Republican conservative congressmen and senators were involved in it. Why do you think they keep pleading the fifth and shitting on subpoenas that if any one of us would do, we'd be in prison that day? But because they are one of the top elites, they're rich, famous, none of them have been arrested yet. Excuse me. Again, think about that one. Oh well. Again, this is my show. My name's Brian, and I wish you all well. Take care of yourselves and each other, And much love, peace, and honor to y'all.